Are you struggling with a chronic health condition? Have tried a lot of different treatments, but nothing seems to work? The reason is most likely that the treatments are focusing on the symptom and not the core issue. The truth is, your body is healing itself if the right conditions are given. These conditions I will explore with you today. Welcome to my channel Wake Up and Feel, where we explore what health is and where it comes from. My name is Torunn Lien. I'm an intuitive medical doctor. I'm happy to provide you with today's episode, Conditions for Healing. Before we dive into the topic for today, make sure to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any single episode that can transform not only your personal health, but the collective health of human beings as a species. Okay, so a background story for this episode. As a medical doctor, I went through this 6 years training at med school, where the 2 first years we learned so much about how the cells are functioning and how all the different physiological systems are operating and cooperating, working in harmony, and always working towards what we call homeostasis or balance, so that the body can function optimally. And then from the 3rd year onwards, we learned only about diagnosis, medications and surgery. And for me that was like a big gap. Like, why are we not taking into consideration how the body actually heals itself like we learned those first years? Why are we only talking about medications that can take down the symptoms and not like addressing the real core issue here? We all know it, but no one wanted to address that. So that's why I am addressing it now, because I think, or not only think, I know from my experience of 15 years of working with clients that when we work on the core issue, when we learn to put the body in a healing mode, then the symptoms seem to resolve themselves. So this is important to take into consideration when we are working on our own health, or when we are working with the health of our clients or patients, that the solution is not necessarily a drug. Okay. So what are these conditions for healing? Well, to understand that, we need to know how the nervous system works, and I will describe it very briefly so that we can get to the practice that we will do today, so you can actually start your journey towards healing already now. But generally, the nervous system operates in 2 different states. It's in the survival mode or it's in the healing mode. And we are in survival mode more often than necessary. And why is this? Well, throughout our evolution, we are wired for survival. We are wired to predict danger, because those individuals who were predicting danger and acting on that and became really good at survival, those were the individuals who survived naturally, and also made offspring. And we are the offspring of those individuals who were extremely good at survival. So we know how to survive, and our nervous system very easily goes into survival mode whenever there is like just a tiny signal that there's something dangerous here. Even we can go into survival mode when there is no signal about danger at all, just because we are predicting danger. It's better to predict danger one time too much than one time too little, if our priority is to survive. Okay, so in the healing mode, healing happens naturally. Our cells are programmed to heal themselves, to keep on doing all these regenerating and healing and growth processes. So if you're not in this survival mode, healing happens by itself. Healing is a natural process. There's nothing we need to do to heal ourselves. This is important to understand, because so many people are working so hard for their health, but we don't need to do anything for our cells to enter healing mode. All we need to do is to put our body in a state where it is safe, so that healing happens by itself. And you might think, yeah, but I am safe, so why is my body not healing? This is not true. I'm not in any dangerous situation. The thing is that the danger alarm can go off when we are not aware of it. It goes off under the radar, like below our conscious awareness. These danger signals are firing continuously, and there are so many things in our surroundings that are triggering this danger alarm to go off. Like the flow of information, for example, is very fast. It's a lot of information to take in. There are a lot of sounds, there are a lot of visual imprints, a lot of new faces, a lot of news, screens, a lot of things that are keeping this danger alarm going off at a low grade constantly. So we're always like a little bit in survival mode. This is preventing our bodies from healing. In addition to these external signals that are triggering this danger alarm, there are also internal signals. For example, if you have a lot of suppressed emotion, this can also be something that goes under the radar that you're not aware of. It can be emotions that are pushing up from under the surface and want to be felt, but you might not have the capacity to feel those emotions. Maybe you were not giving the space to feel those emotions when you were a child. There can be many reasons for us suppressing our emotions, but the thing is we all do it, and we do it a lot more than we know, than we are aware of. So the outer signals and the inner signals keeping this danger alarm going off all the time. And this might sound a bit like scary and depressive. Then how do we get into the healing mode when there are so many things triggering this danger alarm? Well, the first thing we can do is to become aware. To become aware of what? The subtle sensations in our body, so that we can notice when this danger alarm is going off. It's actually possible to feel it. So it's like, you know, a musician can train his or her ear to hear the subtle details of the music, and a wine taster can train his tongue to be aware of the subtle nuances of the taste of the wine. And so can all of us train our awareness to become aware of the subtle sensations in our bodies, so that we can notice when the danger alarm is going off. And then when we learn to notice that, we can also learn how to change that. So becoming aware is the first step. Feeling like the difference between safety and danger. Most of us are unaware all the time. So becoming aware of the difference between safety and danger, and also learning some simple tools to switch off that danger alarm and come back into safety when we are drawn out of it. So let's do a very short, simple practice right now, so you can already start. If you want to do a longer practice, you can go to my webpage, torunlienmd.com, and you can download a free audio guide, so that you can have like a longer and more in-depth experience. But let's just try for a few minutes right now. Okay, so wherever you are, if you're sitting down or relaxing somewhere, you can close your eyes. If you're walking around when listening to this, just please keep your eyes open, take care of yourself. And whether you're doing it with your eyes open or closed, bring your awareness inside of your body. And this is nothing mystical or magical. It's simply bringing awareness to the strongest sensation that you can already notice in your body. For me, it's like the butt on the chair that I'm sitting on. I can also feel some sensation under my feet touching the floor. And I can feel a little bit of tightness in my neck. So what is the strongest sensation in your body right now? Don't look for anything special or anything mystical or anything deep. Just go for the sensation that is on the surface right now that you can feel. Tune into that sensation. Notice what it feels like. Can you notice any more detail about it? Like, is it, for example, warm or cold? Is it expanding or contracting? Is it moving or is it still? Is it pleasant or is it unpleasant? Just keep exploring without judging it, like openly, curiously, like a scientist. If the sensation stays in the same area the whole time, you just stay there with your awareness. If it shifts or moves around, you just follow it. If you can't notice any sensations at all because you are mostly aware of the thoughts in your mind, that's fine. Just notice that too. This is a practice, and you get better at it every time you repeat it. Okay, very good. Now, as you are aware of that strongest sensation in your body, take a slightly deeper breath in. And on the exhale, you relax as much as you can. Just breathe with your nose or your mouth, it doesn't matter. There's no specific technique required, just a slightly deeper inhale. And a relaxed exhale. I'll do that a few more times. Be aware of the strongest sensation in your body. Inhale slightly deeper than normal. And relax as much as you can on the exhale. And now, as best as you can, cultivate curiosity and openness to whatever sensation it is that you feel in your body, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. Just explore it with as much curiosity as you possibly can. You can continue doing those slightly deeper breaths. Becoming aware of and okay with the sensations in your body. You don't need to figure out what the sensations mean or why they are there. You only need to bring your awareness to them. And relax on the exhale. Very good. Okay, now just let your breathing come back to normal. If you closed your eyes, you may slowly open your eyes, but see if you can still be aware of something happening in your body. So the thing with this practice is that when we stop reacting to the sensations in our body, this reaction normally happens under the radar. But when we practice becoming aware of the sensations and we stop reacting to them, we just receive them openly, curiously, like you just did, then this will prevent the danger alarm from going off more often. And with time, danger alarm will go off more and more rarely, and eventually it will only go off when you actually really need it, so that your body can be in healing mode for the most of the time and in survival mode only when needed. Okay, so thank you for watching this episode. If this was meaningful to you, if it resonated, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get the next episode when it will be released, and also check out my webpage torunlienmd.com. You can sign up to my newsletter and get information about all the things I am offering, like free resources and also individual sessions and so on. Okay, thank you for watching and hope to see you soon again.